Zhang Ping'an 先生，您好，我们是来自欧洲的战略风险团队。我们邀请您关注一个真实案例，涉及华为 Cloud Europe 的治理挑战。My name is Jinwoo Lee. I'm an independent investigative journalist working with Europe Risk Watch. This message is addressed to Mr. Zhang Ping'an, CEO of Huawei Cloud, and to all decision makers watching this video. In Europe's digital economy, governance is not a detail. It's the difference between resilience and distress. What you're about to see is a fact-based investigation into a real startup case, a case that raises serious questions about cloud governance, accountability, and strategic risk. In late 2023, a European startup was contacted by Huawei Group, directly from China. Huawei was actively seeking new prospects for its cloud services. Over the next 6 months, Huawei employees insisted, with repeated outreach, commercial invitations, and promises of strategic support. The startup was invited to Huawei's European headquarters in Amsterdam. Encouraged by the vision and the promises, it agreed to migrate its critical applications to Huawei Cloud. This timeline shows how the engagement began. In November 2023, Huawei Group contacted a European startup directly from China. At the time, the startup was operating smoothly on AWS. Over the following months, Huawei employees followed up with repeated outreach, including WhatsApp messages, commercial invitations, and strategic discussions. In December, a meeting was scheduled in Amsterdam to explore cloud services and green energy use cases. Encouraged by the vision and the promises, the startup agreed to migrate its critical applications to Huawei Cloud. After migrating to Huawei Cloud, the startup began facing serious issues. Payment gateway failures persisted for months, with a success rate of only 50%. The gateway was not recognized by major financial institutions. Then came the legal surprises. Huawei's terms of service indicated that personal data could be stored in China. A regional error message even referenced Russia, raising questions about data geolocation. Contractual responsibility was fragmented. Huawei Technologies Cooperative UA referred the startup to Sparku Technologies Ireland. These issues raised serious concerns about governance, accountability, and compliance with EU law. In May 2025, the startup's critical applications were deleted. Its e-commerce platform was destroyed. The estimated financial loss, €2 million. The deletion was executed by Sparku Technologies Ireland, the cloud operator managing the infrastructure. No warning was issued by the account manager, based in Huawei's Amsterdam HQ. Sparku later claimed the deletion was automatic, triggered by system rules. They also stated that warning emails had been sent, but those emails went straight to spam. When someone receives over 1,000 emails a day, relying on automated alerts to destroy a company is not serious. This was a partner company, and yet poor enterprise account management led to irreversible damage. No governance, no recovery. After the incident, a formal complaint was filed. Huawei responded twice, denying any responsibility. One letter redirected the startup to Sparku Technologies Ireland, but no support was provided, no accountability. This story could be anyone's story. It should alarm every user of cloud services, especially those relying on Huawei. When governance fails, resilience collapses. As a journalist, I didn't build the solution, but I've witnessed what happens when governance is missing. So how do we measure it? How do we evaluate the maturity of a company's governance, its exposure, and its ability to resist systemic shocks? These maps are not theoretical. They reflect real data, real exposure, and real governance gaps. Today, most European companies using Huawei Cloud are positioned in the distress zone. Their governance maturity is low. Their cyber exposure is high, and their infrastructure dependencies are critical. If nothing changes, the probability of collapse is significant. This is not just a technical issue. It's a strategic risk, and it must be addressed. Huawei is a relevant case, but this is not just about one company. It's about how Europe positions itself in the face of systemic digital risks. We now await a response from Mr. Zhang Ping'an, CEO of Huawei Cloud. The question is simple. Will Huawei take responsibility, or will governance remain optional? Europe must choose resilience or risk. 华为是否会承担责任，还是治理仍将是可选项？